especially to those of you joining us on GBN Television. And those of you on the social media platform. It is the second hour of the mid-morning buzz. Buzzing in on a busy Friday. A buzzy Friday, too. Yeah, we're smack dab in the middle of January. It's going good, yeah? It's going quickly. We like that. Anyway, we got to say good morning. Good morning to my special guest in studio. He is Mr. Eugene Gittins. Of course, he is no stranger. And something very special is coming to Grenada, in the coming days. And he's here to tell us all about it this morning. Good morning, Mr. Gittins.
Good morning, Brenda. Good morning to your viewership, listenership.
It's great to have you here. So normally when you stop by, it's something cultural most times, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. for sure.
So I guess you can kind of feel okay, right. So what are you coming to do now? Bust a tune? What are you coming to do? Bust a song? Yeah? Tell us something. It's much more than that. So tell us. You see, we getting ready for what?
Well, Brenda, Grenada, we're getting ready for the Grenada Top Talent 2020 competition. And this is going to be a very wonderful event for the whole family, for all the communities, for all the parishes. And much like the talent, international talent shows we would see on television, the X Factor and all the other ones, The Voice and all the others, this is going to be our version of that.
Right.
And the aim really is to find the best talent that we have out there in Grenada, the best young and upcoming talent, nurture it and present it in a big way to the nation. So that is what basically in a nutshell Grenada Top Talent 2020 is. We will be looking at all genres of music. So whether it be reggae you do, or whether it be gospel, whether it be R&B, whatever it is, you're welcome. And also we'll be looking at all types of talent as well. Right. So whether you're a singer, whether you're a dancer, whether you're part of a dance group, whether you do hip-hop dance, whether you do jazz, whatever type of dance, whether you rap, hip-hop rap, whatever you do, you're welcome. If you could eat fire, come and show us about fire eating. If you're a magician, come and make a dove appear and disappear. There'll be parts of the show. We want to make the show really interactive and really unique. So we will find a way to fit in all the various talents in that show. So unique talents are also very much welcome. I remember, I've done this some years in the past, and I remember some of the unique things that did come out back in the day. And I remember one guy who was very outstanding. He had, with a beatbox, making those songs with your mouth, and he sounded like a whole band, and that was really, he blew everybody. Yeah, and again, the other thing is all ages are welcome. This is normally primarily a young show for young people, but we've also had very interesting older folks in the show. There's a gentleman, I don't know if I said this before on the radio, but I'll say it again. I actually, unfortunately, heard his name in the death announcements sometime late last year. He was from Happy Hill, but he sang a song called, I'll never forget it because it was so outstanding. In one of the shows we did in the past, he sang a song called Stand By Me. And he had the whole, it was at the time the Trade Center, he had the whole Trade Center up on their feet and sing along with him. He was maybe about in his 50s, but he was really, really, really good. So young people are primarily 16 years and above, but there's no upper age limit. And we will also be looking for, if you have a son or a daughter between the ages of 12 and 16, they have, you think they have, or they think, or you think they have an outstanding talent, bring them along to our first audition, and we will consider them as well.
Okay. So there must be a son or daughter between what ages though? Exceptional talent.
The exception is 12 and 16.
12 to 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
But the real show is from 16 up. Yeah.
Right. In terms of the auditions, though, how are they going to go? Is it going to be island-wide? How are you going to be doing it?
Right. We're going to have auditions, 4 auditions across the country, including Carriacou. So we're going to have an audition in St. George's, one in Grenville, one in Carriacou, and one in Guelph. The first audition is not going to be this Saturday, it's going to be next Saturday. It's really soon, the 25th. So get prepared, start preparing. All you guys. Yeah. All St. George's people. And you know what? Even though it's for St. George's people, if you somewhere else you want to come to that first audition, come along. It's okay. Come to the first audition.
They're willing to come with
Yeah, they come.
maybe St. David.
Yeah, St. David, St. George's.
St. David could go either east or south, yeah.
St. David come
depending
down.
on which part you live in St. David, yeah.
The other reason I'm inviting everybody who wants to come is that at the auditions, the judges will be giving them pointers. We'll be giving all the people who audition little pointers. And sometimes in auditions, you know there's somebody who they didn't audition well, but they really, you think as a judge, they really, if they take these pointers and work on them, they may be able to make it. So they may get a chance when that audition comes
What about
their
another
way.
person didn't come? No, what about another person that didn't come?
To the audition? But that's what I'm telling everybody to
That's the
come.
thing about auditions. You see, you want to see them. You have one pop, one time. That's the
Don't
thing
get
about
no
auditions.
second chance, huh?
No, you got one pop.
All right, well, listen.
You're looking for the best of the best.
Okay.
You're looking for people to go and spruce up themselves and come back.
This is a good point. So listen, the rule is just, thank you, Brenda. The rule is just changed.
No, I'm just thinking for all the people.
Yeah. That way, we might give some.
Someone said, I live up in let's say I live in Western Hall, right? So I say, Lord, I'm going to come down, I'm going to go down. I'll wait for when they coming in Grenville because that's east, so I'm going in Grenville. But if I didn't say I could come in the trade center, I'll come down there and I'll sing my song and I'll get my pointers and sharpen up myself and go for in Grenville. What about the people in Grenville that didn't come? No.
All right. So in terms of fairness, and to give everybody a shot, one shot,
yeah.
we have one shot.
Bring
so
it.
Bring it the first time. Bring it the first time. So the audition, by the way, this year is not in the trade center. Our auditions and the show and all the training and development and rehearsals, everything is going to be centered at the Spice Basket
so
in
next
Bolio.
week Saturday at the Spice Basket in
at
Bolio.
10 a.m.
10 in the morning.
10 in the morning. So get there, Spice Basket, for the first audition. And then that's the 25th. And then the following Saturday, we'll be in Grenville.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be there. So I think that'll be the 1st of February. That will be that date, I think.
That is the 1st of February.
Is it? Yeah. Okay, so that's Grenville, 10 o'clock, Deluxe Cinema. And then February 8th, we head up to Carriacou. And that's going to be, I forget the name of the place. It's a bar owned by John and James' dad.
Yes.
Forget the name.
Yeah. No. I got to say something crazy. No.
Anyway,
I know the name.
We'll get that name to you.
Yeah.
And then finally come back to Grenada on the February 15th, and we will be in Guelph at the
Key West.
No, not Key West. No, Key West is not available. We're going to be at the Anglican Primary School. Right there, yeah.
The Anglican
Primary School in Guelph, yeah.
Okay. All right. So at Deluxe in Grenville, that is the 8th. No, the 1st.
Yes.
The 8th is
Carriacou.
Is Carriacou, and the
15th.
The 15th of Feb.
Guelph.
It's Guelph. Okay.
But
so Guelph would let's say people from Victoria, St. Mark, people on the western part. Okay, right, right. And I guess so people in St. Patrick could come across to either St. Andrew or Guelph.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Good.
Correct.
So you cover the island.
Yes, we cover the island. And so St. George is the first one. Remember, not the Saturday, next Saturday. People from St. David, all of St. George, all the other areas, please come on down and audition.
Right.
And you only have one shot to audition now. So wherever you want to come and audition, just come.
One shot. When you go for a job interview, Mr. Gittins, You got one shot.
One shot,
To get that job. They probably give you a first screening, and then when you come the second time, it's something else.
It's just a second time. It's something like two shots there, you know.
Bring it.
Anyway, so come on down, come audition again.
Oh, Carriacou Coconut Bar.
Coconut Bar, thank you. Yeah. Coconut Bar in Carriacou. That's where we're going to be.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And yes, so again, if you can play an instrument, you know, of course, whatever it is, violin, piano, electric piano, whatever it is, work with the instrument. We'd have a PA system and sound system there. If you're a dancer, don't forget your music.
Yeah.
Singers, we would like you, if you can get a track to sing on, that is fine. You could find tracks, you know, on YouTube. Make sure the voice is not on it. Instrumental track, we want to hear your voice. And if you can't get a track, it's fine to sing a cappella.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then all the other talents,
That's great. And then if you're doing an unusual talent, whatever prop or whatever you use, you should come along with it. That. Okay, good.
And the rappers, of course, they would have their soundtrack as well.
All right, great. That's fantastic. So yes, let everybody know it is on Grenada's Top Talent, and Mr. Eugene Gittins, he is here, and of course you started a talent competition in Grenada many years ago. And that was a big deal. Yeah. The last big winner was Mr. Killer, wasn't it?
Mr. Killer. Actually, you know, funny about that, Mr. Killer was actually the first one. He won the very first one. And look at Killer now, you know, representing us real nice. You know, it's amazing to see.
What's the name of that again?
Talent Search.
Talent Search. That was the name.
Talent Search.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know, what I think we, as Grenadians, and I think we do to a certain extent, we have to really focus on our young people.
I agree.
We have to focus on giving them opportunities. The only way we're going to get to be another Mr. Killer, another Dash, another whoever, is by really supporting them. You know, we big up everybody when they get big, but we don't know the struggles that they're being through together. Talk to Killer, you know, talk to the others. It's a lot of struggling along the way. And so shows like this give them that platform which they need. Our show is a developmental part of our show. There's training, you know, we bring in people, Valerie Daniels the last time, people like that. We bring in voice trainers, we bring in performance people. So this year I want to use a lot of some of our alumni to come in.
Absolutely. That'd be motivational.
Yeah.
That'd be quite motivational.
So, and then also, like a parent called me this morning, as recently as this morning, say, Mr. Gittins, that my daughter, you know, she really wants to be in this. She's young, and she has this CPA this year, and I'm wondering, and I said, listen, you see, music and arts and stuff, it doesn't take away from academics. It enhances academics, you know. And you know, nowadays people and universities and colleges and stuff, your academics could be 150%, but if you don't have the other stuff, extracurricular, they're looking at the whole person. They're not just looking at academics anymore. And all those things help, you know. So don't. She really wants to do it, support her.
Yeah.
You know, and at least support her for the auditions. She may not get in the show, but at least come to the audition and see if you have what it takes to get into the show.
Work out a schedule for, you know, because CPA, they have quite a number of things that you. But as you rightfully say, that's building the person as well.
Time management, etc., etc. It's really positive, you know. And so you know, I remember I never forget in somewhere I read. This person was trying to get into Harvard. I never forget it because those things stick with me. And very nervous. You know, Harvard University is how much they want, 0. whatever, get in and all that. And they go for the interview, and they were nervous as ever, and they start talking. And they're thinking they got to talk about the academics and all that. And the guy across the table, actually, I think, they started talking. They mentioned in their speech that they used to play music or used to play classical. And she said, this person was interviewing, I was reading this article, said after she said that, the whole interview was around music. no longer with academics, and she got in because she struck a nerve with that person on something that was bigger than academics.
Yeah.
And so it works. You never know what those extra skills are able to do.
Right.
Extra talents.
Because a skill, I guess, skill sets. Normally, the whatever skill you have or whatever avenue you're pursuing in terms of arts or science or whatever, it's inherently you. And it speaks to your passion.
Exactly.
And it speaks to your personality and characteristics as well. So I think the best of interviewers, that's how they interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look at your resume and they look at, but what they want to know is the person.
Exactly.
And how you fit into situations. And that's why as you said a while ago, the lady who called about her daughter and the CPEA, we have to find the right way to have people be able to do school and do life and do other things, because at the end of the day, you leave school and you're in life and you gotta fit in. We have too many straight jackets, so to speak, of just academia. They're not socialized properly. They, just basic things. So I think all these things really, really, really help.
They definitely.
Because, with Girl Guides and all of that, kind of drifting away, which is so sad.
So sad.
Competitions like that will definitely help develop young people.
Yeah, so teachers, spot those ones with talent. Parents support those who want to come out, and at least let them go to the auditions, because they may have it, and they may not have it. If they have it, they get in. Then they really need the support,
Yeah. And then even after, it's probably like their stepping stone.
Yes.
They start and then
exactly. And like you say, so even if you go to an audition, you don't make it, don't give up. That's just the beginning. There'll be many more auditions to come that you will get into,
No. Like Tom Hanks and all these big actors and so all these Academy Awards tell you how many doors.
Rejections. How many rejections you get before you get it open the door.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing with sponsorship, Going around getting sponsors for the show. A lot of doors were shut, but some bright ones have been opened.
Good.
So we have some great support for the show too.
Wonderful.
There'll be some great prizes as well.
Yeah.
Good monetary and other non-monetary prizes as well to support artists.
Support is important. Support is very important for events like this. And especially in a community like ours, support is really, really important. And a lot of people hinge their monies, or they just pay attention to the biggest musical part, which is Carnival and just soca. But we have to look beyond that in terms of our offering, and as you rightfully stage it, in terms of developing of young people and just the people getting better, even older people getting better at their craft and so on. So,
and you and I have always talked about this platform for other genres of music, and this is what we intend to do. So this opens up every people who have been interested in other genres, the rap, the this, the that, and the other.
Stage for them.
Yeah, it's a stage for them, and that gives them a great opportunity too. Because there's another Rihanna sitting out there somewhere. There's another somebody out there. We just gotta to find that person.
That's very true. That's very, very true. That's very true. And I mean, it starts here, but in terms of the grand vision of all of it, I mean, what would you want to see? I mean, starting, re-energizing this event and so on, what would you really like to so if you were to be the winner, what you, after the competition, how would you like to see it, or what progression?
Yeah, so basically something along the lines of some of the other people like Killer and stuff, that there are more doors and more opportunities open to them, and they're able to represent Grenada internationally. That would be the ultimate goal, and the prizes we have will support that. So recording contracts, setting them up to with the Impact and the Details and the others and the Sandman, and setting them up with people in the industry, working along with them. Recording a serious song with them, marketing that, giving them opportunities with the hotels. I should mention I really need to mention some of the sponsors. So I'm really grateful, really extremely grateful to Silver Sands that have come on board to support this, and I have to really, they were the first. And so there'll also be opportunities for the winner to perform there
That's
paid.
important. That's
If they're interested in doing that, So I also want to mention GBN for their support, from the get-go. But we have a close relationship with GBN, so I have a close relationship. So I really appreciated GBN being on board. And I also, the Ministry of Culture, I've been talking to the PS there, a very dynamic lady, Miss Desiree Stephen. So I want to just also mention her name as well.
Wonderful.
And then the other people who I can't just mention yet, but they're there and they're ready to come on board, and I'm really, really grateful for that. So we have some good people. So we want to see the industry. The real idea really is to create an industry. So this pulls all the industry, the music industry together. So the studios will get involved, the producers will get involved, and then the old artists will get involved by mentoring, etc. And then you have this new cadre of talent in Grenada who will then be ready to take over or to work alongside with our current representatives, our current entertainers. So I think it's all good, and it's a long-range goal. It's not a short-range goal. Some people may be in school, they won't be, but over time, and if they want to go this route, then it will be open to them, available to them. Other people may be able to go into it directly. I remember one of the last shows I did, Neka Francis. I never forget her. She was at Convent, and I knew Neka she wanted to sing. She wanted to sing, and that's what she wanted to do. And I remember I had to write, the principal of Convent to ask if she could come to rehearsal, and it was a big deal, it was like very, very strict, and I had to, get all this permission. I remember one time I got onto a show in Barbados. I think there was a teen talent in Barbados, Richard Stout. They had worked with
Stout talent competition.
He's been going on for years in Barbados, and so I had somebody from there. Their winner came down and represented in our show. Crystal, her name was Crystal, her last name, But, and then we went back up, and Neka was among those who was going up, and that was she had to take a day or two off school, but she always wanted to sing.
She's still singing.
Not
as much, but she's still singing. She had a really great voice and great presence. To pursue it a little more. What it sets up as well, which is very important, is a stage, if you will, an opening for emerging talent, because often we kind of like, we just have this pool of individuals, and they're moving along, but it's a revolving door. So it also sets up a stage for emerging talent, and as you mentioned, people with unique talent that want to get involved. So I like that, the fact that if there's this consistency that this is going to be happening for a period of time, so every year people look forward to this big thing, because as it is now, we can't just sit back and wait for just Fantastic Friday. To just not everybody want to do soca, and there's other music out there that we really not outside of hotel gigs, and people like Dita and Waggy T and Judah and so on, who provides a stage and opportunity. We really don't have that, so that is just fantastic. So I'd just like to applaud you and your team on that effort, to make sure that is set up, that we resume doing that for emerging talent and the talent that exists and wants a stage.
Exactly.
Yeah, because Dash might be doing soca, but Dash can rap. And he can do R&B.
Of
he
course.
can do all of that. So he might want to do that.
Of course.
And that's it. People want to do, multidimensional things, and so on and so forth. So I think it's a great.
And the thing is, whatever you do, whatever genre you do, it also helps you in another genre.
Of course.
So even if you're sort of like Dash, Dash whole style of soca comes out of a kind of reggae rap vibe,
because he's a drummer.
like Bunji Garlin. He's a rapper. Same vibe.
Same. We have a call on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Miss Baptiste. Morning, Miss Baptiste.
Follow us on the phone. Good morning.
And Mr. Gittins.
Mr. Gittins, yes.
I'm happy, glad to sit here and listen that. Yeah, because we have, many children out there, and glad for the outfit. But what I want to ask, you said is 10 o'clock will be starting. Would there be a cost and a finishing hour? So,
All right, dear. Thank you.
Thank you. There's no cost for the audition. There's no registration fee. It's totally free to come and audition. So that's the first thing. And what's the second thing? Was there a cost and is there a...
She wanted to know if there was a cost.
Oh, the time, the audition. Yes, yes. So the audition is carded for 10 until 1. Sometimes, depending on the number of people come, it may have to be, the time will be longer. We are asking people to get there early. Get there for 10, and that way, you kind of stand in line, so you know you're next and that kind of thing. Get there early. I would recommend you get there early. And I'm glad that...
If you're registering to start at 10, you have to come early. So it could start, the first person could be on the stage at 10. Yeah.
So even get there at 9:30, that would be most ideal. Yeah. And I'm glad I'm here on call because, there is... little bus fares and things so please support the kids, give them a little bus fare.
Bring them.
Yeah, we're gonna have water. We may try to have some other thing, but bring them if you can. If they have a car, give them the bus fare to come and audition. Yeah. Sometimes we take a lot of this stuff for granted, and I remember working with artists. People don't realize. I remember this was Soca Monarch. Artists who have to come from, in that case, had to come from, like say, St. John's to audition at the Spice Basket. That's like, down and up. And sometimes you'll be surprised. I mean, a young artist just starting out, humble beginnings, may not be able to afford that 2 and 3 times to go to rehearsals and stuff. So simple things that we take for granted could be a deterrent for somebody's future.
Very much so. Very much so. Very much so. And that's why I'm happy that the opportunity is being provided to go around. So people go, in their locale. They can go instead of they have to leave because, people out of parishes, they always say, why does it have to always come to town? So it's like you're going where they are to meet them. And Carriacou as well, the fact that you're going out there to have them audition at the Coconut Bar. That's where it's going to be. Gotta say good morning to the Coconut Bar family. And that's the expert people. Right? Good. So just remind folks again, it is Saturday, Mr. Gibson, Saturday the 25th, the first audition.
Saturday the 25th, Spice Basket, beginning at 10 o'clock. And we want all those listening now, I know the kids are not at home right now. So spread the word when they come home, let them know about it if they don't already know. Auditions for Grenada's top talent on Saturday, 25th of January at the Spice Basket. So I really want if you know somebody with talent also, because I think it was Sonaika, who is now obviously one of our big singers. I think she said when we had that audition notice the last time, she actually didn't hear it, but a friend told her about it, and that's how she ended up at the audition. And then she won one of the shows, So spread the word. If you know somebody with talent, let them know about this and encourage them to come audition.
Right. So again, individuals and groups, welcome. And you must be 12, right? 12 years old to be in there, and you can be 12 and over, and special talent is 12 to 16. All right.
So no upper age limit. So.
No upper age limit.
Yes. Saturday the 25th of January is that date. Yes. So the age to get on the show, the age is really and truly, Brenda, 16 and up is actually the qualifying age. However, we will consider exceptional talent between the ages of 12 and 16.
Exceptional talent between the ages of 8 and
12 and 16.
12 and 16.
Yeah.
So if you have an exceptional talent and you are between the ages of 12 and 16,
you can also come out.
And
if you at that age, maybe I don't know, you probably should come with your parents.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Thank you.
You should come with parents if you are that age. And then Saturday the 1st is Grenville. All right. And then the 8th is Carriacou. And the 15th is Gove. So at the Anakan Primary School in Gove, Coconut Bar in Carriacou. Carriacou's audition is 11:30 to 2:30. All right. I'm just
Yes,
different time.
yes.
Yeah.
Because the board gets, we got to take the board up and, you know,
Okay.
you got to factor that in, you know. Yeah.
You're going away. You're going away. You're traveling. You're traveling for Carriacou. Okay. And Saturday the 1st, so 10 to 1. So please, those of you auditioning, try and be there. Be there on time, because that tells a lot when you're auditioning for something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You show up on time, you're serious, you're committed,
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's next Saturday, guys. Spice Basket, it rolls off. The auditions for Grenada's Top Talent 2020. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Brenda. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
Okay, you say from 12. If the child is going to be 12 in May and she have the talent, she cannot come?
The birthday's in May.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Mr. Gittins.
Listen, if you think you have a child with talent and the birthday is in May, no problem. Please bring the child.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That is fine.
Yeah.
We don't want to hold back anyone.
Right. Good. And as you say, please bring, it's important for parents to encourage the youngsters and accompany them by all means. So dance, rap, play an instrument, and any other, so you call it special talent, extraordinary talent, right? Okay, because there may be people that have things that we never.
Sort of. You play the piano, you play the violin, you play the sax, you play whatever. You could sing. You have a group, or you want to go, your girlfriend or some guy, a couple, you want to put together a group or have a group.
Right.
Come on out, individual groups, whatever it is, dancers, individual dancers, groups. There are a lot of dance groups out there. I remember we always start off our show with a bang with the dancers. Rap groups. Sandman was in a rap group.
Yes, I heard him say that already.
Sandman was. That's how. When I know Sandman from Talent Search, he was in a rap group.
Yeah, I think.
And there were also rappers and dancers who were really good.
Yeah, I think.
And Andrew Hits, they had a serious R&B.
Yeah,
Usher, like an Usher group, like
that's
Usher.
That's how I first knew it.
Yeah,
singing R&B. Good morning.
Morning, Brenda. I did not get the response. You said yes or no.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Come with the.
I want to bring on Egypt.
Yeah. So come to the Trade Center next Saturday.
Not Trade Center.
Not a Trade Center, sorry. Why the Trade Center in my head? Morning, Mr. Bido. Come to the Spice Basket.
Okay, then.
Next Saturday.
Right.
And try and be there for around 9:30.
Thank you.
Okay. Good. Right.
Andrew Hits. We have time? Or are you going on?
No,
Andrew Hits is an interesting story, too. His group, I think I came second or third. There's a guy called Dwayne. What's Dwayne's last name? He rides a bike. Anyway.
Flurry?
No. Anyway,
no.
Andrew Hits, his group, they came second or third. And the prize was, we hooked them up to some of the producers and the studio. In his case, he got hooked up to the late Dr. Trevor Friday's studio. While at Trevor's studio, he met a producer called Andrew Denny.
Andrew Denny from Barbados.
And from there, Andrew Denny later on was doing something in Trinidad. So he was understudy in the studio, in Trevor's studio, met Andrew Denny. Andrew Denny saw something in him, right, in terms of engineering or studio. And Andrew Denny, when he went to Trinidad, invited Hits down to Trinidad. And that's how Hits became. People underestimate Hits, He worked with some of the best. He worked with some, and still does, with some of the Marshall Montana and some of the best artists in Trinidad. And I actually didn't know the story until maybe a couple of months ago when he told me. Mr. Giddens, how I got all this success in Trinidad was because of Talent Search. I didn't even know,
Right.
So it just tells you how.
Yes, and that's it really opened. I mean, things like that, they open doors. I mean, when after you finished off with Talent Search and Waggy did the Grenada Best Talent. I mean, look at Josh.
Yes, Josh Berkeley.
Yeah, Josh was a winner. And I mean, look at Josh today. It's just a really,
such
Josh
a talent.
Just amazing. He just stole our hearts from audition through, and no matter, and he was just so easy, and it's like, at the time, I remember I gave him a critique because I was a judge on the show. I said, Josh, you want this thing? And he's like, yeah. He said, I want, no, I said, do you really want this? And he's like, it's mine. And I was like, okay. You know?
But it was very easy.
Just really, I guess it's how he grew up, you know, and his family. But the talent was undeniable. Another thing about him is that he was hungry for it. So, and it didn't stop there for him, because he was always like, he wants to release an album. He wants to record with who and who. And all these things are starting to
And he's doing it.
How many years later? Never giving up on
the dream.
On the dream. And I mean, you know, when you look at that, you were like, yes, so that he deserved.
Yeah, he's working on his EP right now. And actually, I've had the honor of producing a track for him recently. I produced a track. We did a reggae version of "Put Your Head on My Shoulder."
Oh, that's amazing!
Really nice track. So it was nice working. Really nice working. We actually just came through to Grenada, I think for a wedding or something. And went to the studio. We recorded it. I think he actually went back and sent the voice from me. Nowadays with technology, sent the voice on to me, and we mixed it and stuff, and got it done in Jamaica, and then put it out. Yeah, so that's
amazing young man. Really, amazing.
Very talented guy. Very talented.
Very talented.
And again, outside the mainstream, you know, genres for here.
You
know, he's an R&B artist, definitely an R&B artist.
His whole vibe, his whole mood. Somebody's saying, "Good morning. This is very good because Grenada has lots of talent that are wasted. I have seen an American Got Talent in some of the TV shows. People from different countries. Could the individual who wins get onto one of these shows?" That's a question that's been asked.
That's an interesting one. We could certainly try.
Because they have online. They have, like, I know, The Voice, like The Voice. You can go online and fill out the audition thing online. Yeah, you can do that. There is an opportunity, but you're going in to audition. Right.
Right. But I mean, why not? Tessin Chin showed us. She led the way.
We have the GT and these places there for. You have to collab and get the countries out. Because like in Jamaica, like Dalton, the guy from Jamaica that won the UK edition of the X Factor, he won Digicel Rising Star, because Digicel still do Rising Star in Jamaica. So every year there's just this, because Chris Martin, Romain Virgo, that's where these
of course.
Came from.
Yes, I know.
Massacre, that's where these people came from.
Romain Virgo,
So he, the Jamaica Tourism Authority, Digicel, the Minister of Culture, these people were very instrumental in getting him to the UK, you know, to do the X Factor. So that's the kind, because at the end of the day, when he wins, Jamaica.
You know, I did approach, that's interesting. I did approach the Tourism Authority here, and I was, I was a little disappointed, because I don't know, you see, we want the artists when they're big, but we also have to support the artists to get big. And I think we need to rethink that, because that support is needed. It's needed now. And certainly I would approach them on what you're suggesting after with a winner to try to get them to go the next level. You know, we did do that in the past. One of our winners did go to 106 and Park. You remember that show? There was a show. There's a TV show, 106 and...
106 and Park on BET.
BET? One of our winners, we had a connection. They had come to Grenada for there was some show in a stadium where they had come to Grenada, and I made a connection.
I remember.
I think it might have been, I don't remember the name of the show. I remember that. I was involved in it somewhere. I think it was maybe with...
it was Steve Duncan.
Steve, or it could have been, it was either Steve or somebody.
It was Steve Duncan. Yeah. It was this guy, because I met him. It was a tour.
The tour guy and the short lady.
Looking.
Yeah.
It was AJ.
AJ. AJ, and then the lady with him, short lady.
Sorry about saying he's delicious in front of me.
It's okay. That's all right. So AJ, who I met to, and then the lady, I forgot her name. There were two of the hosts.
I think her too, but I remember AJ.
Bobby Steele, I think, was involved in that too.
But it was
Bobby
Steve.
and Steve. No, I think Bobby and Steve. Because I remember. Anyway, we made a connection, and one of our winners did go up to that show.
Yeah.
So that's all it takes. It's just the connections.
There
you know?
has to be networking. There has to be connections. You have to, and it's about time we realize that we cannot do these things alone. We really need to collab, because sometimes in Grenada you get the impression that everybody looking for a tiara. Right? And if we all come together, we will get a pot of gold.
Oh, absolutely. No. I agree with you, and I'm all for collaborations. I never believe I can do anything by myself. I reach out and bring in, everybody.
And we are still doing. There are a lot of things we need new thinking, because as you talk about approaching the tourism authority and they're not seeing it because they're probably still doing things in a very traditional sense. There are so many non-traditional things now that is tourism.
True.
As a different kind of tourism that in terms of the destination branding and marketing and excitement that the destination can create, all these things.
But look at the wonderful event they had on the Carnage there with the lights and all that. Who brought the people in apart from the lights? Artists were performing.
Right.
So those artists, so you got to take it up from the bottom.
Right. Anyway, I can't love you and leave you.
Yes. Anyway, thank you for having me.
You're most welcome.
Yeah, and then Grenada, don't forget the Grenada Top Talent Auditions. First one on Saturday, 25th of January at the Spice Basket. Be there for about 9:30. It starts at 10. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Mr. Gizens. You're most welcome. So, folks, again, tell somebody to tell somebody and tell everybody that Grenada's Top Talent, it is on. Auditions begin next Saturday, the 25th of January, 2020, and it's going to be happening out at the Spice Basket from 10 to 1. Now, exceptional talent between 12 and 16, you will be considered. If you're 12, mommy and daddy, you got to support you in it. If your birthday will be in May or April, and you figure, you're 11, you good, okay, come along. And then, adults, everybody could come. Tout moon, once you're adult. And remember, in your individuals, groups, once you could sing, dance, you can play an instrument, have an exceptional talent. Listen, if you think you could do Michael Jackson better than Michael Jackson, you show up. You show up and get the final. We didn't mention the final. The final is what day?
March 28th.
March 28th. So it's island-wide auditions, but they begin in St. George next Saturday, and then they go off to the Big Parish, then to Carriacou, Petit Martinique, and then to Guelph. So you got a place covered. St. David people, you could come St. George, you could come St. Andrew, wherever fit you. So tells people, you too, wherever fit you. All right? And Victoria people, I'm sure you're going to go right next door to Guelph. So that's it. That's what's buzzing. Again, Mr. Gittins, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. So thanks, everyone. And that's it for the buzz for this week. All right? Keep buzzing positive. Keeping your feet on the ground planted. And, being good Grenadians for the most part. Bye-bye. The news is next at 12 o'clock.